Hi there everyone, this is Cappy of 410 Expedition. Another great weekend to be out again. I got Bruce is coming in with his off-road trailer. So I'm going to do a gear review today on the Smittybilt Overlander tent. We'll go through it. I've got some things that I think could have some improvements, and yeah, let's get started. First of all, we're going to start off with the bag. It's a nice bag. The only thing I don't like is that it's got the Velcro all the way around. The Velcro through time is going to wear out. So I wish they had the zipper that went around. I think that's going to last longer, and I think it seals it better than the Velcro. Another thing too that's happened during our Moab expedition is this corner here on the inside. The protective sleeve that's inside, it tore. So right now I've got some black duct tape sealing because it's got all the thread holes over here. So I've put duct tape on the inside to try and keep it waterproof. So I think I might have to get under warranty a new cover for it. You'll see here it's already starting to tear in some areas, and this slides out nice and easy. This is what I mean. I've got holes exposing any moisture or water from going in underneath here. Other than that, it's a nice cover. I wish they would throw a third strap right here in the middle, because this balloons right up with high winds. I live in Alberta, so we get big winds here, and this thing blows up like a big balloon. I think a third strap down the middle would be nice, or maybe a couple going across the other way. I tend to like to pull these down so that it doesn't catch the Velcro again. Again, if it was zippers, it'd be a little bit better. One thing I found out, and I learned the hard way, these brackets here, these are sharp. From the inside, I was trying to pull through the connection cable to the LED light, and I ran my thumb on the side of it, and I put a huge gash. Almost needed stitches. So these are razor sharp. So watch yourselves here, okay? The buttons on the side of the ladder, yeah, they keep falling out. They're not big enough, or they just keep falling out. Found another one right here. This thing here, this strap that's supposed to do something for the ladder, yeah, that's useless. I never used it. I don't know what's its intention for. One of the things you have to look out for is the clamp, or kind of like the two pieces that kind of join inside of each other. You got to make sure that that joins in together. Sometimes that doesn't happen, so you have to look out for that, okay? See this right here? These buttons don't stay. I mean, I just keep losing them, and yeah. So I'm not going to bother putting these in. I'm going to keep them out. these don't always find their way into the hole. Guess what? Another button just fell. Huh. Little hint for you guys. When you're putting your poles back into the little bag here, don't put them these ends first in. What's going to happen is it's going to tear a hole for you on the other end of the bag. Smittybilt, can you help me out? So I had to put them in hook side first. Hook side first. That wouldn't happen. One added little feature that I did, especially for us in Canada, because we get cold and we camp all year round. So if you're wearing gloves or mittens, I put little tabs over here made out of paracord. It just adds able to grab the zippers. I put them all through the inside the rooftop tent. It's so much easier. When I closed the zipper for the mesh, for the mosquito screen, it got so tight here that it started to tear the mosquito net. Somehow, for some reason, this fabric here is stretching outwards. So I have to physically stretch it back to the front so that I don't get that. I have tears right here. So right down over here in the corner, this is where I had to put some duct tape to protect it, because the spot where the seam is, this tore out. So I had to, this is during our expedition in Moab, and I had some duct tape with me, so I was able to duct tape the inside. Another thing here, while we were in Moab, or not Moab actually, when we were in Dillon, Montana, the winds were so bad that I kept this closed, and this tore right here. So this piece here tore right out, and then I, have to do this. Another thing that you got to think about is that when the winds are really high, this just flaps in the wind. It just flap, flap, flap. So what we're doing is we're grabbing some bungee cords and we're pulling the corners tight to somewhere, and that way it prevents it from flapping. And I know I'm supposed to have it open, but when I've got all that extra wind and I want to stay warm, I use this as a shell. I like to pull this down tight. That way I don't have this thing doing that all night, if you get my drift. So maybe somehow build have a one of these things that you can, on a paracord or a rope or something, that you can tighten and it can suck this down. But still, I mean, this is a little bit better than that, in my opinion. That's all it is. It's just my opinion. One of the things that I found is that when I was sleeping for 10 days in there, is that it has a 2-inch mattress. And after being in there for 10 straight nights, the mattress flattened right down. And like I said before in my previous videos, it was uncomfortable. It was like sleeping on the floor. So what I've done is I put a couple of camping air mattresses in there, just the little roll-up ones, thermorests, and I put some air in them, and I put them in between the cover and the mattress on the floor and the bottom, just to give me that extra support, and it works. So if you guys have got another solution, like a 1-inch little foam with the little ripples on it, I mean, that's up to you guys. But that's what I did to solve that solution, just because it flattened it down like a pancake, and it wasn't comfortable after like night number 5, I think it was, on our expedition. Other than that, I don't have to say anything else about the inside of the tent. I love the LED light on the inside. It gives off lots of light. And there's an auxiliary cigarette lighter plug-in extension that goes back to your cigarette lighter in the vehicle. That way you can use the adapter that comes with it, and it has a low voltage for the LED light, and it has a regular voltage so you can charge your devices like your smartphones or your tablets or whatever you might have to, or you might want to charge while you're inside the rooftop tent. Other than that, this is the Smittybilt Overlander tent. It's a good tent. Well, for the price I paid, it was probably one of the least expensive tents on the market. That's why I purchased it, because of the budget. It had those extra features, the LED light, the extension cord. It's got the 2 sunroofs on the inside, which I know other manufacturers provide that same thing. Just a few things that I would probably like to see with improvements is do a zipper all the way around instead of the Velcro. The Velcro will wear down in time. Reinforce better the corners on the cover, because one corner for me tore. I think that's about it. Oh, maybe if they would supply longer bolts. My roof rack is a 1.5-inch tube. Those bolts, guess how long they are? They're like 1 3/4. So I barely had any threads to catch the nuts, and it bent the brackets down to suck it down to get it nice and tight. But other than that, it hasn't moved or anything like that. I'm just saying it was a little bit of a pain in the butt to get it started. Yep, that's it. Now I'm going to enjoy my weekend here in the woods. Hate it when I got camera issues. GoPro, what's going on?